In the tapestry of Buddhist teachings, the concept of Tathātā, often translated as Suchness or Thusness, stands as a profound and liberating truth. It invites us to look beyond our limited perceptions and embrace the true nature of reality as it is, unfiltered and unconditioned. Tathātā is not a distant philosophical idea, but an ever-present reality waiting to be discovered in the immediacy of our experience. This ancient wisdom, rooted in the heart of Mahāyāna Buddhism, offers a path to liberation from suffering and a profound understanding of our interconnectedness with all things. By recognizing the suchness of all phenomena, we begin to shed our illusions of separateness and awaken to the boundless peace and freedom that lie at the core of our being. This journey of awakening begins with a simple yet profound shift in perspective. Instead of clinging to our preconceived notions and judgments, we learn to meet each moment with open awareness, embracing the ever-changing dance of life with a sense of wonder and acceptance. Through the practice of mindfulness and meditation, we cultivate the clarity and stillness needed to perceive the world through the lens of suchness. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the profound meaning of Tathātā, exploring its connection to other key Buddhist concepts like emptiness, non-duality, and Buddha nature. We will also explore practical ways to integrate this transformative wisdom into our daily lives, cultivating a more peaceful, mindful, and awakened way of being. At its core, Tathātā points to the ultimate reality of all phenomena beyond our conceptualizations and interpretations. It is the simple yet profound recognition that things exist just as they are, without inherent independent existence. Imagine a flower blooming in a field. It simply is, in all its beauty and transience. The concept of suchness encourages us to experience the flower directly, without labeling it as beautiful, fragile, or even flower. These concepts are mental constructs that we impose upon our experience, obscuring the direct perception of reality as it is. When we let go of these labels and simply observe, we begin to appreciate the flower in its suchness, in its raw and unfiltered essence. This applies not only to tangible objects but also to our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. When we encounter a difficult emotion, for instance, Tathātā invites us to meet it with the same open awareness, recognizing its impermanent and ever-changing nature. We learn to observe the rising and falling of anger, sadness, or fear, without identifying with them or getting swept away by their intensity. By embracing the suchness of all phenomena, we cultivate a profound sense of peace and acceptance. We realize that everything is in a constant state of flux, arising and passing away in accordance with the natural order of the universe. This understanding liberates us from clinging to fleeting pleasures and resisting inevitable changes, allowing us to flow with the current of life with greater ease and grace. Tathātā is often described as non-conceptual because it cannot be grasped by the rational mind alone. Our minds tend to categorize, analyze, and label everything we encounter, creating a conceptual framework through which we experience the world. While this framework is useful for navigating daily life, it can also limit our ability to perceive reality directly. To truly grasp the essence of suchness, we must move beyond our conceptual mind and into the realm of direct experience. This involves cultivating a state of open, non-judgmental awareness, allowing phenomena to arise and pass away without clinging or aversion. It's like observing clouds drifting across the sky. We don't try to grasp them, label them, or control their movement. We simply observe their ever-changing forms with a sense of wonder and acceptance. Similarly, in meditation, we practice observing our thoughts, emotions, and sensations without judgment. We notice them, acknowledge them, and allow them to pass through our awareness like clouds in the sky. By cultivating this kind of non-conceptual awareness, we begin to experience the world in a fresh and vibrant way. We see through the veil of our preconceptions and encounter each moment with a sense of openness and curiosity. This allows us to appreciate the beauty and wonder of life more fully, free from the limitations of our conceptual mind. Emptiness, the ground of being. The concept of Tathātā is closely intertwined with the Buddhist understanding of emptiness, or sunyata. Emptiness in this context doesn't mean nothingness or the absence of existence. Rather, it refers to the lack of inherent, independent existence in all phenomena. This means that everything we perceive, including ourselves, is interconnected and dependent upon countless other factors for its existence. Think of a tree. It depends on sunlight, water, soil, and countless other elements for its survival. Without these supporting conditions, the tree wouldn't exist. The same is true for everything we experience. Our thoughts, emotions, relationships, and even our sense of self are all products of countless causes and conditions. Recognizing this fundamental emptiness liberates us from the illusion of a separate, independent self. We begin to see that our sense of self is a fluid and ever-changing construct, shaped by our experiences, thoughts, and perceptions. This understanding can be both humbling and liberating, allowing us to let go of our ego-driven desires and attachments. By embracing the emptiness of all phenomena, we cultivate a deep sense of interconnectedness with all beings. We realize that we are not isolated individuals, but integral parts of a vast and interconnected web of life. This realization fosters compassion, empathy, and a profound sense of belonging to something greater than ourselves. Non-duality, transcending the illusion of separation. Tathātā also points to the profound truth of non-duality, the recognition that all apparent dualities such as self and other, subject and object, are ultimately illusory. These dualities arise from our conceptual mind's tendency to divide the world into separate and distinct categories. In reality, however, all things are interconnected and interdependent. The separation we perceive is merely a product of our limited perception. Imagine a wave on the ocean. We might perceive the wave as a separate entity, distinct from the ocean itself. However, upon closer examination, we realize that the wave is inseparable from the ocean. It is simply a temporary manifestation of the water itself, arising and dissolving back into the vastness of the sea. Similarly, our sense of self is like a wave in the ocean of consciousness. We may perceive ourselves as separate from others and the world around us. However, this separation is ultimately an illusion. We are all interconnected, sharing the same fundamental nature of consciousness and interconnectedness. Recognizing this non-dual reality has profound implications for how we live our lives. It dissolves the barriers we erect between ourselves and others, fostering a sense of unity, compassion, and interconnectedness with all beings.